Hello friends, in this video I am talking about identifying problem or opportunities. Now as a business analyst, you may get a call from your sponsor or CEO and say that, hey, I want you to look into this particular area because I am not happy about the things which are happening there. Or you may get a call asking about that, this is a great idea, I think we should be working on it. Can you get some more details about it? So it's like that you start with some area which you want to investigate, you want to look into, which may give you a definition of a problem or an opportunity. So this is something which you would be working on. Now, after getting this particular call, you want some more details. You want somebody who can help you and figuring out what's going on inside. So you start with identifying people. You set up people who can give you some clue about what's going on. And these people or groups can be termed as stakeholders. So who are these stakeholders and what is this stakeholder term is all about? So we define stakeholder, a group of individuals or entities or institutions who either getting affected because of this problem or opportunities, or who can affect this problem or opportunities. So either I can make some impact or I am getting impacted. So these are the people who should be providing you some more details about what's going on. So as a business analyst, you first need to identify them and understand what are their roles and responsibility related to this particular area. You may end up using responsibility, accountability, consult, inform metrics in order to get more details about what's going on inside. Okay, so they give you some inputs. In order to take those inputs, you may end up doing interviews of these stakeholders. So you may talk one-to-one in detail and make an understanding of the area which you are investigating. You may also look at historical documentation like maybe order processing, invoice, ticket request, something which data which get generated in this particular area which you are investigating. For example, if the area is related to complaint handling and problem is that we are getting too much complaint in this particular area, you may start with analyzing the data related to those complaints. Maybe the track log, issue log, complaint register, all will come into document analysis. You may end up just observing the work area. So you may end up doing observation. Why are you doing it? Because you are developing an understanding of this problem or opportunity. Before you take things further, you need to understand what's going on inside. You may end up visualizing or even plotting the process flow of the existing process if it is related to some business process refinement or analysis thing. So you may end up creating as is model based on what's going on inside. So after doing all this, you develop a fair understanding of this particular area. Now you need to quantify it. So in order to quantify it, you need to figure out how big the problem is. Is it this small? Is it this small, this big, or is it this big? We need to size the problem or opportunities. And in order to size it, you need to work with data. Now, from where you can get the data? If you have been working on that particular area, if this particular area is well matured, you can look at previous logs. But what if the area is very new? You are getting into an opportunity which is just organization want to start from scratch. Then you may end up fallbacking on benchmarks. So you may benchmark yourself against a standard competitor or a standard industry leader. So that will also provide you a way to quantify, to size, rather than quantify, you can say size your problem or opportunity. So after doing this sizing, you come up with a draft situational statement. Now the draft situational statement will be talking about that we do have this particular problem which is impacting, which is creating this particular effects like high bug rates, high calls, and may have an impact related to money, related to individual motivation, related to growth of the market, or related to risk. So you come up with a situation statement which is at a draft stage yet. So why it is a draft stage? Because you want to get it reviewed from the authorized stakeholders. So you go to the stakeholders and try to take an approval on this particular statement. Now it is important that we define the right problem or right opportunity as an output of this exercise. Because if we end up figuring out wrong opportunity or wrong problem, the future analysis, future solution will be something which may not be needed. So that's why we need to take an approval for a draft situation statement. So it should get reviewed. And once it is done, you have a final approved or reviewed situation statement. So you have a situation statement which defines the problem or an opportunity. And this is where the flow ends up. Now let's look at some simple example which will give you a complete picture of what's going on here. I got a call, like PMI started this PMI PBA thing. I got a call from my customer who is based out of US and says that why don't you start this PMI PBA certificate program? It's a new program and there's a great potential. PMI is thinking of that a lot of business analysts will end up doing it. So this is something I got a call. And as a business analyst or as a business owner, I need to figure out what is this particular opportunity is all about. So I started speaking with my old customers who have taken my products like PMP, PMI, ACP. I started looking at other sources and figure out that, okay, does this opportunity is real? Does it making sense? Can I do it? Something like that. Once I figure out that, okay, this looks okay, then I need to size it. How much money I can earn out of it? Is it a $1,000 per month? Is it $10,000 per month? Or is it $20,000 or $100,000 per month? Now, in order to figure out that particular sizing, I need to look at the data. Now, from where the data will come? The data could come from my own PMP sales that, okay, we do have an international product which is selling across the world. So that does give an idea about our reachability. So that was one of the source. Then we can also do a benchmarking. So what I did, I looked at CBAP, like how many CBAP certified professionals are, what is the annual trend, how many people are taking that particular certification per year. So that gives me some sizing of this particular opportunity. Then we have a draft statement which talks about that if we develop a PMI PBA online product, it will increase our portfolio, it will make us reachable to business analysts and will result into this much dollar, these many people joining in per month. So that became our opportunity statement, and that statement I presented to my team, my board, and they reviewed it. They asked multiple questions before they thought of that this is the right evaluation of it, and finally we came up with this opportunity statement. And finally we are working on this opportunity. That's why you are watching this particular video. So we are working on it, and it's a simple exercise, but an important one which comes up with opportunity or a problem statement. Thanks for watching.